We'll be starting with the new chapter, straight lines. Okay. So now look at the questions I'm sharing here. I'll share it now. Look at these are few case study questions. The first question is from permutation and combination. That is not there for your exam. We can discuss those questions. I think this is a question based on the, look at this question. Okay, no need to write. You'll not be able to write all those things. Just listen to it and try to answer such question. During COVID-19 pandemic, many pharmacy companies escalated their research work in order to provide the vaccine as early as possible. In the research laboratory of the company, the researchers noticed that the number of coronavirus in a certain culture doubles every hour. The same question is there in our textbook. Is or no? Whether we did this question in AP in a certain, look at the condition given here. The researchers noticed that the number of coronavirus in a certain culture doubles every hour. Assume there are 30 viruses present in the culture originally. There are 30 viruses present originally. Based on the above information, considering the number of viruses in the culture, the situation above forms, is it an AP, GP? AP, GP, no pattern is observed. What is the answer? What will be your answer? Is it an AP or is it a GP?
GP.
It is a GP, isn't it? Now it is given in the beginning there were 30 virus. In the beginning there are 30 virus. Now based on this you are asked to find what is the first term of this progression. Okay, and similarly, how many viruses will be present at the end of the nth hour? Okay, we know that it is an GP. In a GP, nth term is given by, what is the formula to find the nth term? Nth term of a GP is given by? Mehrin, nth term of a GP is given by?
An equal to AR raised to n minus 1.
An is equal to, okay, so here the question is asked like this. What will be the number? How many viruses will be present at the end of nth hour? How many viruses will be present at the end of 4th hour? Similar question is there in our textbook. The same question, they are, okay, it is converted into a case study question. Okay, this type of question only we call it as case study question. And this is again a case study question based on linear inequalities. Actually, this topic is not there for your exam. Then next is our based on set theory. Okay, set theory also we don't have. So only the question related with AP, GP is there for your exam. Today I will share this one. Go through such case study questions. Okay, here we have only few sample case study questions and I have told one site, go through that site. Okay, www.selfstudy.com class. Okay, if you type class 11 case study questions, you will get as many questions there. Try that questions. 1 mark questions are also available. Okay. Now, this session, we are going to start with the next chapter, new chapter. Write the heading, straight lines. Write the heading, straight lines. We completed the limits. Today, we start with the next topic called straight lines. Straight lines is a very important chapter. At the same time, it is an easy chapter. It's an important chapter in the sense 12th standard, you'll be learning 3-dimensional geometry and all. Okay, which all the formula we learned here, we need next year also. So keep the formula booklet, everything ready. Your assignment works and all is complete. Formula booklet in trigonometry, is it complete? Yes, Vinayak, Naveen Rashid. Okay, till now 4 assignment works are given in maths, isn't it? 4. All the assignment works, keep it ready for submission. Alan Joffy, formula booklet and all, is it ready?
Formula booklet is the response.
Formula booklet?
Except formula booklet, the response.
Make it ready for submission. Okay. What about Sanjana, Anaga? Okay, children. So write the heading. We are going to start with the new chapter, straight lines. straight lines. So we know that the straight line means it can be extended in both the directions, isn't it? Okay, then. So in order to learn this chapter, we have to learn few things what you have learned in last year, coordinate geometry. Last year we have learned coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry, we have learned few things. Okay, first we are going to recall what you have learned. Okay, Anaga. So just revise what you have learned in coordinate geometry first. Okay. Okay. So first we are going to recall what we have learned in coordinate geometry. Suppose A is the point x1, y1 and B is the point x2, y2. Then what is the distance AB? What will be the distance AB? What is the formula we have learned? Tell me, children, what you have learned? Distance formula. Suppose A is the point x1, y1, B is the point x2, y2. Then the distance AB is given by
Root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square.
plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, isn't it? This is the distance formula. Then next what you have learned, what about any point on x-axis? Any point on x-axis takes the form,
X comma 0.
yes, is of the form x comma 0. Any point on x-axis is of the form x comma 0. Any point on y-axis, you take any point on y-axis, it is of the form, it is of the form 0 comma y. It is of the form 0 comma y. X coordinate is otherwise called x coordinate.
Abscissa.
Very good. It is otherwise called abscissa, isn't it? X coordinate is otherwise called abscissa. Y coordinate is otherwise called
Ordinate.
ordinate. Y coordinate is otherwise called ordinate. When we draw the axis, it divides the plane into 4 parts, isn't it? It divides it into 4 quadrants. Okay, when we draw the axis, 2 mutually perpendicular axes, it divides the plane into 4 quadrants. Okay, so what about the quadrants? Shall you name the quadrants? The horizontal axis is x, o, x dash. Vertical axis is y, o, y dash. Here it is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So in first quadrant, both the x coordinate as well as y coordinate are positive. If you take the second quadrant, in the second quadrant, x will be negative, y will be positive, isn't it? In the third quadrant, x as well as y will be negative. In fourth quadrant, plus comma minus. Okay, it is plus comma minus. Then what else we have learned in coordinate geometry? Distance formula. The next one we have learned is we have learned section formula. Is there no? Section formula. What about section formula? Okay, suppose we are given a line segment AB. A is the point x1, y1. Okay, we are given the line segment AB whose end points are given by capital A, x1, y1. B is the point x2, y2. Suppose P divides internally in the ratio m is to n. Okay, so then the internal point of division P is given by Suppose P divides internal point of division. P is given by, yes, what is the formula? P divides it in the ratio M is to N. Then what is the formula? P is M
mx2
plus nx1 by M plus N. Similarly, my2 plus ny1 by M plus N. my2 plus ny1 by M plus N. This is the internal point of division. Okay, this is the internal point of division. Okay, so this is the section formula. The next thing is midpoint formula. Formula to find the midpoint. Okay, the same section formula itself. But if it is midpoint, suppose A is the point x1, y1, B, the coordinates of B is given by x2, y2. And P is the midpoint. Suppose P divides it in the ratio M is to, sorry. Midpoint means what will be the ratio, children? Midpoint means ratio will be equal ratio, isn't it? M is to M, that is same as 1 is to 1. Ratio will be 1 is to 1. Then the coordinates of P is given by x1 plus x2 by 2. Add the x coordinates and divide by 2. y1 plus y2 by 2. This is about the midpoints. This is about the midpoints. Okay. This is about midpoints. Okay. I think up to this we have learned last year. Okay. You copy up to this and tell me up to this, is it clear? Is it okay? Are you able to recall it? Alantina?
Yes, ma'am.
Abdul Aman? Okay. Is it okay, Aman? Okay, so this is the midpoint. Okay, and last year, okay, one few more topics were there in your textbook, and we actually, because of this pandemic, it is deleted. But this year we have to learn that formula. Okay, so write the next heading: centroid of a triangle. Although we discussed it, I don't know how many of you know this formula. And okay, write the heading: centroid of the triangle. Centroid of the triangle. What is meant by centroid? What is meant by centroid, children? Can you tell me what is meant by centroid? Anashara,
And center of a triangle.
how will you find that one?
intersection point of medians.
Very good. It is the intersection of medians. Okay. What is meant by median? is the intersection of medians. So you should know what is a median. What is a median? Okay, in the road or when you go along the road also we can see the median. Median means it
Median.
divides it into two. Okay, the same way here, median. What is meant by median of a triangle? So suppose okay, we know that for a triangle there are three vertices. A, B, C are the vertices. Okay, so suppose D is the midpoint of BC. Suppose D is the midpoint of BC. So the line joining one vertex to the opposite side's midpoint is called the median. Line joining one vertex to the opposite side's midpoint is called the median. Now tell me how many medians you'll be able to draw for a triangle. Niranjan, how many medians are there? Yes, three medians, isn't it? From each vertex, we can draw one median. Okay, from each vertex, we can draw the median. So all these three medians will pass through a point. Okay, all these medians will intersect at a point that is called the centroid of the triangle. Okay, it is the point where all the medians meet. It is called centroid. So what is the centroid of the triangle? The formula to find the centroid of the triangle is centroid is given by, centroid usually we denote with the letter G. Centroid is always denoted by the letter G. G is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Add all the x coordinates and divide it by 3. Add all the y coordinates, divide it by 3. Midpoint means we divide by 2. Okay, 2 coordinates only are there. Here it is 3 coordinates. So we divide it by 3. Add x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. That is the centroid of the triangle. Centroid of the triangle. Centroid of the triangle. Next one is area of the triangle. Area of the triangle. Okay, the same thing. Suppose x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 are vertices. If x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 are vertices, then area of the triangle is given by, it is given by the formula half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. The area of the triangle is given by half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. This is the formula for area of the triangle. So when we calculate this, sometimes area you will get negative. Although we are getting negative, we will take only the absolute value. That means the numerical value only we will consider. So this is a formula for area of the triangle. Then, see, up to this, is it clear? Is it okay? G's? Are you able to follow, recall all this formula? Centroid and all? G's?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mary?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, area of the triangle is given by x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into, look at here, it moves in a cyclic order. 1, 2, 3. Then 2, 3, 1. Next comes 3, 1, 2. This is the area of the triangle. Next is, next one, 9th one. If area of triangle is 0, then what we can say about the points? If
Points
area,
are collinear.
very good. If area of the triangle is 0, then we can say the points A, B, C are collinear. What is meant by collinear? Samia, what is meant by collinear? Area of triangle is 0. That means the points are collinear. Samia, what is meant by collinear? Yes, correct. They all lie on the same straight line. Okay. Imagine 3 points lie on the same line. Is it possible to draw a triangle? No, isn't it? If 3 points lie on a line, we'll not be able to draw the triangle. So, if area of triangle is 0, then the given points are collinear. This is what we have learned last year. Okay, now based on this, we are going to do few questions. We have to solve this. Okay, you copied up to this, Alan Joffe? Yes or no, Alan? Yes, Krishna Gandhi, copied. Is it over, children? You all copied this one? Naveen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Naveen? Okay. Shall we start with the problem? Sabrinath? Yes? Vinayak? Jacob? Fahis is there? Fahis? Fahis? Abdul Aman?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Abdul Aman. Aman Farhan? No. Children, this straight line is a very important one. Okay. We need this next year. Not only that, for doing the projects, commerce students, when you draw the project, you need to draw the graph, you want to draw the features, everything means we need all the formula from this part. Okay, don't miss the class. Okay. So now we are going to do few questions based on this coordinate geometry. What you have learned last year, based on this few questions we are going to do. Right, the first one. A point capital A. A point capital A is on y-axis. A point capital A is on y-axis. Whose ordinate is 5. Whose ordinate is 5. Whose ordinate is 5. And B is, and point B is. And the point B is -3, 1. And point B is -3, 1. Compute the length AB. Compute the length AB. A is on y-axis, whose ordinate is 5, and the point B is -3, 1. Compute the length AB. Compute the length AB. How to find? Can you give the point A? Jewel, give the point A. What is given about A? Read the question and give the point A.
Point A as ordinate 5 and point B is -3 and 1.
Point B is -3, 1. Okay. So can you give the coordinates of A? Coordinate is 5. It is on y-axis. So what will be the point A?
0, y. That is
0, 5.
5.
Okay. 0, 5. So find out what is the distance AB. Align is present. Align. Find the distance AB and give the answer. Align. Align is there? No. Alan Joffe, give the answer. Alan. Find the distance AB. Yes, Alan Joffe, what is the distance AB? Yes, Alan Joffe, what is the distance AB, Alan? Easily we can calculate. It's not a lengthy process. Where is Alan? Yes, Rahul. Alan? Yeah, give the steps, Alan.
5 square plus 1 square.
It is not 5 square. How to do this? It is x1, y1, x2, y2. And what is the formula we have learned? X2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So when you apply this, what you will get? Minus 3 minus 0 the whole square plus 1 minus 5 the whole square, which is negative 3 square plus minus 4 square. John Philip, what is the answer, John Philip? Final answer?
5.
5. It is root. Okay, root of 25, which is 5. Write the next one. Next question. If the points capital A 0, 3, if the points capital A 0, 3, B minus 2, A, B minus 2, A, and C negative 1, 4, and C negative 1, 4 are the vertices of, so these are, if A, B, C are vertices of right angled triangle. These are the vertices of right angled triangle. Find A. You have to find A. Try this one. Okay, these are the vertices of a right angle triangle. We have to find A. Yes. Read this and tell me how you will solve this question. Read this question and tell me how to solve this, Niranjan. How to do this? All of you guys present? Krishna Gandhi, tell me, Krishna Gandhi, how will you solve this? These are the vertices of a right angle triangle. Find A. Krishna Gandhi. How to solve this? If these are the vertices of a right angle triangle A. How to do this? If these are the vertices, yes? Tom Sebastian. It's one children, 1 second. I missed one word. Right, vertices of right angle triangle at, okay, right angle triangle with angle A 90 degree. Okay, one word I missed out here. With angle A 90 degree. Find A. With angle A 90 degree. Find A. Okay, earlier I didn't give the word. Angle A is 90. So now I included one more word. Angle A is 90. How will you do this? Vinayak.
Ma'am, distance formula.
Distance formula. It is given angle A is 90. Yes, correct. Distance formula. So how will you apply that distance formula here? It is given as a right angle triangle with angle A as 90. Therefore, along with the distance, one more formula you have to use. What is that formula? Yes, Pranav Sajan. Along with the distance formula, we have to use. Yes.
Centroid of a triangle.
No, it is not centroid. Is it centroid needed here for no? Okay. Again, check it. What will be the answer? Yes, Alan, Atulya. It is a right angle triangle. Pranav, it is a right angle triangle. For right angle, yes, Rahul. It is Pythagoras theorem. Okay, we have to use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so we have to use Pythagoras theorem. AB square plus AC square is equal to BC square, isn't it? By Pythagoras theorem, base square plus altitude square is hypotenuse square. So what will be AB square? AB means root of 0 plus 2 the whole square plus 3 minus A the whole square plus AC square 0 plus 1 the whole square plus 3 minus 4 the whole square. The whole root is equal to BC. So BC means minus 2 plus 1 the whole square plus A minus 4 the whole square. So now root and square will get cancelled. So 4 plus 9 minus 6A plus A square plus 1. Here again when we square it, it is 1 equal to 1 plus A square minus 8A plus 16. Shabarinath, is it correct, Shabarinath? Huh? Can't hear children. Yes, sir. Okay, now solve this and find the value. Give me the value of A, Sanjana. Solve this and give the value of A. What is the value of A?
1.
A is 1. Yes, correct. The value of A is 1. Tom Sebastian, are you able to solve this, Tom?
Yes.
Okay, now write the next one. I think will not be able to complete it anyhow. Try this question, children. Try this. The base of an equilateral triangle with side 2a. The base of an equilateral triangle. The base of an equilateral triangle with the side 2a lies along the y-axis. The base of an equilateral triangle with side 2a lies along the y-axis, such that the midpoint of the base, is at the origin, Find the vertices of the triangle. The base of an equilateral triangle with the side 2a lies along the y-axis such that the midpoint of the base is at the origin. Find the vertices of the triangle. Okay, try to solve this. One more period we have, that time we'll be discussing this one. Okay. Okay. Okay, children, with this we wind up. Thank you.